and welcome to my allotment journey. My name is Lucia and this is now my two weekly vlog. So I was meant to upload last week's video, but unfortunately on the Sunday while down here I had a little bit of an accident and I now currently have a very large gash in my leg and quite a lot of steri strips, but it's healing well. So I won't be doing as many strenuous jobs or anything that's going to kind of affect my leg over the next coming weeks while that's healing. So yeah, so this is what I've been up to the last 2 weeks. Absolutely loving the weather today. The sunshine is just amazing. It's like finally no more rain. My new flower bed that I've got, which I did in the last video, I created a flower bed out of an old crate, and that seems to have really just come up in the last couple of days. So I have just been gifted some beetroot from another plot holder. Now this is one of the very few root crops that you can actually transplant, so I'm going to go and pop it in now. So I'm going to actually put them in the bed that I should have had some beetroot growing in, but as you can see only one made it and survived, so I've got this space here now that I can use to pop the ones that I've just been gifted and see how they get on. Good morning guys, so it's now Thursday. I was down here yesterday. Again, the sun is shining. It's a lot warmer today than it was yesterday, so I think it's going to be a little bit harder for me to do as much as I would like, but there is one thing that I really want to do today, and that is the section opposite my plot. Now it's an overgrown section which I managed to trim down. I've already added some fruit trees there along with some wildflower, and today I've decided I want to now just put lots of sunflower seeds in. So that's that section done. Looked a little bit patchy, but at least we know where they are. So it's now again a waiting game, and fingers crossed they germinate and we get some sunflowers in this corner. So I've just got a idea in my head. It might be a really stupid idea, but this bed that there's really nothing actually growing in it, I'm going to attempt to put some of my climbing beans that are looking a bit sorry for themselves in the shed in there and get them to kind of like grow up this trellis bin and then maybe attach themselves to the arch. broke too, so it wasn't a very good start, was it? This has to be one of my favourite beds at the moment. So I've got lots of radish in there, my lettuces are really coming up, my spring onions, chard, so my Swiss chard which I did direct, and I think I'm going to add some more spring onions and some more lettuces today and see how they get on. Exciting. I am absolutely roasting, but I'm not going to moan because obviously we don't have rain. But yes, the strawberries are back where they belong, finally. I've obviously popped those beans in today. I've put some more spring onions and lettuces in, so hopefully they do as well as the last lot that went in. And pretty much just watered. You know, the one thing I had forgotten is how long it takes to water your plot. It's like mission and a half today, but the sun is shining, everything's looking happy, it's all out, it's all blooming, and let's hope it stays. So that's my runner beans support done. It's very simple, but hopefully they stay upright with that. So the sun has really come out now, and oh, I think that's for me. I can hear beeping. I've got a feeling that's my dad with my arch. So that there is my new arch. It's absolutely solid, which is great. It's quite heavy, so it's going to do the job. It's got the two sides there. I just need to screw it together and give it a good old freshen up. But I think, gosh, once that's been repainted, that is going to look absolutely stunning at the front of my plot. So I want that to be like my sort of like entrance, my welcome to my plot entrance. The neck fan has come out. It's getting really hot here, but back to what I was actually going to do before I was beeped to go to the gate. So yeah, I've got some more of the garden mesh that I need to cover my kale with, so I'm going to do that today. I think 3 of my kale plants have come up absolutely amazing, but unfortunately 2 of them not so good. But you know, I'll take 3. I'll take 3 good ones over no good ones. So it's getting there, but I'm not the best person at doing this. Mine never ever looks as nice as anyone else's that I kind of like go online and look at theirs and think they look stunning, and mine just always looks a bit of a mess. Now the other day when I was here, I actually spruced up my trellis, so with my £1 bargain pots, and they seem to be holding quite well, so they haven't gone anywhere yet. So I've just popped into my shed at the moment because it's a bit more private in here. But yes, so I think today I'm going to do a bit of tidying up, a bit of potting about. Really happy that my pots have stayed in place in my trellis. That's what I did the other day, which I have got a video up showing me doing that. The road seems to be really busy today. I don't know what's going on, so it's like maybe the worst time for me to come down here, but it's the only time I could get down here. But yeah, so things are looking really happy. They're loving this weather that we've been having, so that's an absolute result. There's one job that I really want to do, but I can't really risk it with my leg, and I've decided I don't like where the Brussels sprouts bread is. I really don't like it. I think I want the greenhouse there instead of where the greenhouse currently is next to the trellis. So I would like to move that whole bed completely, and I think I could do that if I do that in the next couple of weeks, obviously while the plants are still quite small, and could be happily like transferred. Was it transferred? Or yeah, so I'm going to look into doing that, but obviously not today. But that's one of my jobs that I really want to get around to doing, because I'm not happy. I don't like that greenhouse there, and I think I want the greenhouse back where it was last year. I know it's only like a temporary thing, but it looked better in that section. Clear that section up and maybe pop the sprouts in, I don't know, another little space around the plot. So I'm going to have a little look, see if I've got space. I like slotting things in different spaces. I like the fact that if it doesn't do well in one bed, it kind of might survive in another, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, I might actually just find a home for them and see if I can rehome them now, and then later on move the bed. Let's go for a little mooch about the plot. So this is the bed that I want to move, which has currently got my Brussels sprouts in and a couple of collies in there, because ideally I want that greenhouse frame here. I just think it looked better in this spot than it currently does over in that corner, because I feel like it's a bit crowded in that corner, but I could be wrong, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that bed. That is my little section opposite my plot complete. In here obviously are my sunflowers that I've popped in, so I'm hoping this comes up and it's a sunflower corner. There was wildflower in there, so I'm hoping at the front maybe some survive, but obviously I put my fruit trees. I've now kind of matted that small little section that I want to, if I can, get a hold of some more pallets and create some raised flower beds in there, which would be absolutely lovely. And yeah, things are starting to look a lot tidier and neater. She says, actually, I got gifted some should we take a walk? I got gifted, again, I always get some little gifts, don't I? And I never say no to freebies, you know. That's how I've managed to do as much as I've done on here. For example, you know, my little wildlife section at the back here, my bug hotel, shall I say, that was a free piece of I think it was like a pallet. It was a bottom thing of a pallet that pallets or something were on or something, and someone was like, do you want it, because it was getting skipped, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So, you know, I've managed again to create this area. My bug hotels are from Etsy, so they were like super cheap. I think like for the 3 of them I spent like 13 quid, something silly like that. And then obviously my pots were £1 each, and I've just filled that with flowers. But yeah, so my junk corner, which I cleared, funny enough, on an old video on here a few weeks ago, has now obviously building up again. I'm not going to let it build up as much as it did before, but this is my new freebie. So I've got some wood now. I took the wood, don't know what I'm going to do with it, but obviously I will find a use for it. Obviously my arch that needs painting, but what I've done so far to kind of get moving with the arch, I say me, I didn't do this, so of course I had to get someone in to help me do this. What they've done so far is they have popped in some blocks into the ground, so filled them in, and then we are going to screw the actual arch down to the blocks, paint it all black, and then I have a growing climbing rose, which was bought for me as a gift, and it's still in the pot. It really needs to come out of that pot. I'm surprised it's still going strong there in that corner. Again, everyone has a kind of dump corner, don't they, their allotment, so it is in my dump corner. But no, we are getting there, and I'm really happy with the progress and what I've done. And you know, considering what my plot looked like when I took it on 2 years ago, you know, this is a massive improvement. And hopefully I saved this, I rescued this grapevine. Oh, just knocked my camera. I saved this grapevine. It found it under rubble, it was trailing, didn't know what it was. We cut it to see that it was green inside, cut it all down. I researched all up on obviously grapevines and how to care for it and things like that. And last year was the first year that obviously it had grown back and it sprung back to life, and we got our first lot of grapes. I have noticed, I don't know if you can see, they're very tiny. Have we got any here? So if you can just notice here, we have Vish's first little grapes starting to peer through, and these are a red table grape. So small little seeds, but very sweet, so they're lovely. I'm hoping this one eventually, give it a few years, will come up as well, which is the new addition that we actually bought and added in is a white table grape. So the idea is this then comes up the other side of the poly, and they kind of meet in the middle and create this beautiful sort of arched walkway filled with, oh, caught the lady in, she's fine, she'd be like, oh my god, you've got me in my shorts on YouTube. I'd be like, sorry. But yeah, so here obviously I've got all my flowers and my herbs, and the idea is that this is just going to be a beautiful section that, you know, is stunning, and we can just kind of like walk through and really appreciate it. So I read that apparently if you cut the leaves off the potatoes, it puts all the kind of like energy back into the root, which obviously we want. Don't know if it is true. I'm going to give it a go. The reason I'm going to give it a go is because obviously I have also planted my beans in this bed, and they're completely, if you can see in this bed behind me, taking over my beans at the moment, so I'm just going to give them a little trim down, pop these in the compost bin. I hope it's okay to put them in the compost bin because that's where they're going currently right now, and let my beans kind of have a little bit of space to breathe. My battery is starting to kind of like die on me, so I'm not going to be able to really film as much more as I'd like to today, but I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I guess this vlog at the moment has just been pretty much like what she's been up to, what I've been up to the last 2 weeks, just pretty much potting about and doing bits and bobs that I can do. There is a lot more I would like to do, but again, don't really want to spend a lot of money, so you know, going forward I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I've got some more things eventually to come out of my kitchen and into the actual plot itself, so over the next coming weeks, you know, I kind of want to wait till the last frost to do that. They'll be kind of like coming out as well, and I'll be giving them a home. But thank you so much for watching. Obviously this is my allotment journey. I try my best, and you know, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, that's fine, but you know, thank you for watching. Do come back again and take care.